So I thought, there is so much hate going around, so much judgment, so much fear, so much anxiety. And again, I've been in the past couple of days emphasizing the qualities of the heart and how that can become a healing power to us and a kind of a getaway from all the worries and fears that are very limiting, and a lot of it is kind of made up in our minds, and um, our minds, can get infected, infected by the viruses of fear and just stuff that are really not true. So my intention, my goal as a trainer is to clean up some of those viruses in your minds. And so I'm hoping that it's been doing that for you and will continue to do it. So I thought I'd tackle the 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 topic of love, and so in both kind of like a macro, overall, universal way, and also in a micro, personal way. And it's a really complex topic, actually, and so 10-15 minutes is not going to be enough for us to talk about it. But and I'm the kind of I'm my approach to training is not bullet point approach. I don't believe in just departing knowledge and having you go figure it out, or do something with it or memorize it, but rather talk about things in a way that I can tease them out for you, so you can actually, even if it's one word or one statement or one way, one thing that you could understand, experience for yourself, check it out, test it out for yourself, and then really transform through it. That's my approach. So things won't be fast and kind of a bullet points way. So love, where can I start with? It's I think that love is really misunderstood a lot, and for a couple of reasons. One is that we use it more broadly about some things that are not. We don't really mean that. What we say, like I love sushi. Okay, so we really need to have another term to explain that, uh, other than love, because love by itself is an action, an active word. It's got two components. One is an emotion, a feeling. So feeling by itself is comprised of emotion and then sensations that are in the body you experience. So feeling is sensation and emotion together becomes a feeling. So love is a feeling, but also an action towards the object, the subject of what we say we love. So if I do something that is beneficial for the person or whoever I'm talking about, I'm putting my love, my expression of love towards, uh, then it's a complete kind of a situation. If I'm not doing anything, just feeling it, it's not really love. It's a different kind. If something that is makes it confusing, when we are even being loved or wanting love or expecting love or giving love or experiencing love. It's a confusing thing. So, for example, if you love somebody, you would usually, normally, do things for them that would make them more comfortable, more at ease, that you listen more carefully to them, you are more attentive to them, you don't do things that would disturb them, that would be disturbing for them, you wouldn't judge them, you would be more lenient, more available, more, you do acts, you do things that benefit that person. Okay, and of course it cannot be against yourself, because then you're not loving it has to be inclusive. So, but just as a broad and I think maybe I will continue this tomorrow so that I can talk more about it. But there's a feeling, and then you do things to the benefit of that person. If you just feel it, not doing anything to the benefit of that person, it's not complete love. It's something different. It's just a feeling. There is a case where somebody else does things for you that is kind, that is generous, that is attentive, that is caring, that is that makes you feel good, that makes you feel cared for, that makes life easier for you. This person is showing love to you in whatever context. So it could be romantic or not. Could be a parent, could be a child, could be a friend. So the foundation of it is caring, giving, making life better for that person. Now that person is doing this for you, but you feel like you love them because of that. And you say, "Oh my God, I love such and such person. They're so amazing. They're so good to me. They're always caring for me. They're always giving me, encouraging me. They're always okay." So if that's the basis for you loving them, that is misunderstood on your behalf. If if you're not doing the same for them, if you're not making life easier for them, if you're not doing things to benefit them, that is not love. That is gratitude. So you are feeling grateful that this person is, doing things to benefit you, to help you out. Now, if so it's difficult for us to understand what love is and act upon it and be successful with it, because we don't have enough terminology for different types of experiences that feels like love. Now, for example, "Oh my God, I love that woman. She's so beautiful. She carries herself well," or I don't know, like an idol or something, such and such actress. "Oh, they're so gorgeous. They're so..." Okay, is that really love? It could be admiration. It could be appreciation, that I learned something by the way they are. I learned that, "Oh, I like that way. Maybe I want to kind of act like that." So it's not love for that person, because we're not doing something to benefit them. You may love a car. I used to love this BMW convertible. My goodness, for 15 years I had the same BMW, 3 different kind of upgraded models. So I would go change it, upgrade it every like 5 years or something. Oh, I loved, love, 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 love. I couldn't live without. Is that love? Am I doing something to benefit that car? Or am I just using it? I'm grateful for it. I'm attached to it, you know? But the emotion that we experience, it gives us the false kind of a message or a false interpretation. So it's a really complex topic that I want to bring to you. But maybe for we got like 5 minutes to go. Maybe this can just be good enough for you to think about from today till tomorrow, where I will talk about it some more. To think about when you say you love somebody. This is, right now you're all maybe together or not together. This is a time to reflect. When you say you love somebody, are you grateful to them because they're so good to you? Or are you helping them, benefiting them? Or is it both? There is an emotion and then there is a action. Because once we don't get this, we get all confused about it. We have expectations that don't go our way. We get confused. We get angry. We get frustrated. We can't get it right. We can't do it right. That person can't get it right. They can't do it right. They don't know what we're talking. I remember in the past when I had a significant other that I would complain to him about, oh my God, you gotta do this and do that, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. And it would never go right. It would never be, I couldn't be heard right, and he couldn't get it right. We would be stuck about the way you said it. We forget about, we would forget about the topic, the subject, the point would get lost with the way you said it. We're not arguing about the way we said it, right? And I'm sure some of you have experienced that. So then okay, if you're expecting somebody to do some things, and your voice and your tone is demanding, angry, upset, sad, depressed, and it's not loving to them, it's not going to go well. It's just a normal thing. It keeps going around and around and around and around, and we don't hear each other. Why? Because we're asking for love in that example. We're asking for love where I cannot, but I'm not being loving when I'm asking for love. Love me, you don't love me, you used to love me, you don't love me anymore. Or it could be a friendship, it could be a relationship with a parent or a co-worker or somebody else. So it's right now, really, instead of going out, we're going in. We're looking at our own inner experience, our expectations, the way we put things out, the way we expect something. And it's good to evaluate, am I being loving? Do I even know how to? Do I even know? And so some people, I'll leave you with this, some people attest or protest or claim that love is the solution to all suffering. I tend to, I put love in a very, very high position, high level. However, I tend to disagree with that from all of my trainings, all of my teaching, learnings actually, teaching too, from all of my practices, all of my sincere explorations, sincere reflections, sincere desire to want to be happy. I have come to understand it's not enough. There are two other components that are very important in the relief of suffering and in the happiness. Those components are logic, or cause and effect, and peacefulness, peace, clarity. So if your mind is not peaceful, is not clear, no amount of love and compassion is gonna, be helpful, because you're not going about it the right way. If you have too much love and compassion, not enough logic and understanding the cause and effect, how, what happens when I do things, then it's not enough. If you have too much peacefulness and clarity but not enough love and compassion, that peacefulness is not gonna get you a kind of a wholesome, well-rounded kind of happiness with everybody that you encounter. So today I'd like for you to just think about one thing. How do I love? This love that I kind of either expect or claim that I give. I love somebody. How do I, is that true? What is it? It's good to understand. I love strawberries. Really? What do I do for the strawberry? We need another terminology, for that kind of attachment, desire. Those are attachments and desires, really. It's not love. So that's why the Buddha actually introduced the concept of loving kindness. Loving kindness, which means in a friendly way you love, that is very considerate, It is considerate of the person that you love, and when you are requesting or expecting love, it is considerate also of them. If they can, they cannot. If they are equipped, if they're not. So this is I'm getting into teasing it out without saying, oh, these are the things you should do to demonstrate you love somebody. You listen better, you da 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 da. No, I don't want to do that for you, because if you don't get the core of the core of the issue with love or benefit from love, then it's not gonna work. It's like giving tools. I also train adults with ADHD. ADHD is a different kind of a neurology, brain function. When you give tips from a neurotypical person who doesn't have ADHD, you give those tips to this person, they can't do it. So it's important to understand what we are up against. A lot of our conflicts come from not knowing what it is, not knowing what love is, how does it manifest, how is it at the core of it. It should not be included in suffering, should not come out of it. We should not suffer because we love, which is a very romantic old way of doing it, right? The more suffering there is to loving somebody, the more we feel intensely about the love, in the romantic aspect of it. So I'm so aware of time. I understand some of you have to run. So if please, we have 3 minutes after 2. If you need to get off, go ahead and do that. And then tomorrow I will continue with this with a little bit more. Maybe we just start with the lecture, and then so I have more time to tease it out for you. Is this okay? Are you completely confused? Yes? Good. That's my intention.